Okay. Next one is what? Switching schemes of substation, or it is also called as bus schemes of substation, right? So it is very, very important. So switching scheme or bus schemes of the substation determines the electrical and physical arrangement of the switching equipment. Actually, substation means the what? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Substation means the what? Assembly of all the apparatus which are using in the substation, right? So apparatus or the equipment means what? Like circuit breakers, relays, isolators, insulators, transformers, current transformers, potential transformers, disconnecting switches, lightning arresters. All these are the what? The equipment which we are using in the substation, right? So how we are arranging these equipment? Okay, in what way we are arranging? Physical means the what? One by one we should place, right? So we should able to see, and electrical means what? We should give the connections in order to working. Okay, in order to get the uninterrupted power supply we should connect all these equipment, right? So bus schemes or switching schemes determines the electrical and physical arrangement of the switching equipment. Okay, what is switching scheme or bus schemes? It gives the what? Electrical and physical arrangement of the switching equipment. Okay, like different switching schemes can be what we are using, what we are connecting: circuit breakers, relays, okay, isolators, lightning arresters, CTs, PTs, disconnecting switches, all these we are connecting, okay, electrically, okay, and physically also we are placing, right? So in order to improve the what? In order to give the protection, and in order to improve the secure and safe operation, and in order to give the what? Uninterrupted power supply means reliable power supply. Okay, all these are the what? The factors. Okay, switching scheme means what? In order to arrange the entire substation electrically and physically. Okay, that is nothing but a what? Switching schemes or bus schemes. So here these switching schemes are mainly classified as six types. Okay, mainly classified as six types. The first one is single bus bar arrangement. Second one is double bus bar arrangement, double bus bar sectionalization. Third one is main bus bar, transfer bus bar, main bus and transfer bus bar arrangement. And fourth one is sectionalized arrangement, one and a half sectionalized arrangement, and next last one is ring bus bar arrangement. Okay, all these are the what? How we are connecting the equipment which are present in the substation. Okay, substation means what? According to the definition, it is the assembly of all the equipments which are connected electrically. So substations, switching schemes or bus schemes will give the what? Arrangement, how we are arranging, in how many possible ways we can arrange all these equipment so that we can give the uninterrupted power supply to the consumers. What is the main aim of the substation? The main aim of the substation is to give the uninterrupted power supply to the consumer, right? To give the uninterrupted power supply to the consumer. So in order to give the uninterrupted power supply, and as well as to give the protection to the substation, okay, to give the protection to the substation, how these equipment should be connected, okay, how these equipment should be arranged, in what way we should arrange so that we can satisfy the consumer by protecting the entire substation. Okay, that is the function of the bus schemes, that is the function of the bus schemes or switching schemes. Am I audible? That is the function of the bus schemes and switching schemes. Okay, this is very, very important. Keep star mark for this. Okay, the first arrangement is single bus bar. Okay, single bus bar arrangement. Okay, this is the diagram of single bus bar arrangement. See here, single bus bar means, oh, bus bar means what? Where we can connect all the incoming lines and outgoing lines, right? Bus bar is a junction where we can connect the incoming lines to this bus bar, and from this bus bar only we can take the outgoing lines. Okay, so here single bus bar connection, if we used single bus bar, means that type of connection is called as single bus bar connection. Okay, that type of connection is called as what? Single bus bar. See here, only one line we are using, one bus bar we are using. This thick line indicates the what? Bus bar. Okay, and next this is the what? Isolator. Okay, and this is the circuit breaker. So beside and after every circuit breaker, two isolators are placed. Okay, and for every line we should connect one circuit breaker in order to protect that line. So this is the incoming line, means power line we are getting for this bus bar, means we are getting the power from this line and we are giving to the power to these lines. How many outgoing lines? Four lines are there, means for four lines we are giving the power supply. And in order to give the power supply for these four lines, from where we are getting the power? From this single incoming line. So here, in order to, how many bus bars we are using? Only one bus bar we are using. That's why this type of connection is called as single bus bar connection. Okay, understand? Single bus bar connection. Okay, so in this arrangement, okay, only one bus bar we are using. So because of using one bus bar, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Because of using one bus bar, the advantage is what? Initial cost is low. Why initial cost is low? Because only one bus bar we are using, and in the bus bar we are not using any protective equipment. Only one bus bar means one line, and these lines are common for anything, for any substation or any bus schemes. These incoming lines and outgoing lines are common. So according to this type of connection, it is the cost required is what? Very less. Okay, it has simple construction. Simple construction, right? Only one bus bar, and for that bus bar we are connecting the incoming line, and from that single bus bar we are taking the outgoing lines, right? So it is very simple. Simple construction, low initial cost. Okay, and requires, in order to do any maintenance, means maintenance is also easy. Why maintenance is easy? Because low equipments, less equipments are there. Very less equipments we are constructing, and only one bus bar, and there is no other equipment which we are connecting to this bus bar, right? So what? Simple construction. What are the advantages? Simple construction, initial cost is low, and easy to maintenance. So these three are the what? The advantages of constructing single bus bar. Okay, single bus bar means what? In order to give the connections, in order to take the connections in the substation, only we are using one bus bar. Okay, one bus bar. So entire substation will be operated through the single bus bar. Whatever the incoming lines we should give, those incoming lines are connected to the single bus bar, and whatever the outgoing lines we need to give from the substation, those are also connected to the this single bus bar only. Okay, so this is the what? Single bus bar connection. Actually bus schemes are used for what? To show or to tell that, to determine the how we are giving the electrical arrangement between the equipments, right? In order to give the uninterrupted power supply, and in order to give the protection to the entire system. Okay, now what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages is, if any break is occur in the substation. Okay, break means what? Fault. Okay, if any failure of bus or any circuit breaker results in shutdown of the entire substation. Okay, any fault is occur in substation, sorry, any fault is occur in this bus bar or any circuit breaker. Here fault is occur means we won't get the incoming power. If we won't get the incoming power means there is no power for the outgoing lines. Okay, if any fault is occur in the bus bar means what will happen? No power we will get for the outgoing lines. So complete shutdown of the entire substation. Okay, failure of bus or any circuit breaker results in shutdown of entire substation, means no power we will get. Okay, so if any fault is occur means what we need to do? In that case, the maintenance is difficult. Why? Because if we want to do this maintenance here means we should stop the entire power supply. wherever you want to do any maintenance, any repair after getting the fault, okay, complete గా అది రిపేర్ అయ్యే లోపు till to that repair that entire system, the power will not be given to the bus bar or any lines, okay, and bus cannot be extended without completely de-energizing the substation. If suppose I want to connect one more bus, okay, or one more line, so for that also we should remove the power supply, we should de-energized. While running we cannot connect, that is also one of the disadvantage, and it can be used only where loads can be interrupted or have other supply of arrangements. Interrupted other power means what? If suppose these lines are having one more supply, then we can give like this connection for alternate ones. If suppose any halt in the another supply, if suppose these four lines are there, so for these four lines we are getting the supply from other line also. If any problem in that other line we are getting any problem or any fault means, we can get the supply from this side. So like in that cases only these single bus bar schemes, right, single bus bar schemes are suitable, okay. The arrangement provides a less flexibility and hence used in the small substations where continuity of supply is not essential, okay. Means what? With the use of the single bus bar arrangement or with the use of single bus schemes, we cannot provide the uninterrupted power supply, okay. If there is no problem of continuity supply means, there we can arrange or provide like this type of arrangement, okay, right. The first bus scheme is what? First bus scheme or switching scheme is what? Single bus bar arrangement. So this is the diagram of the single bus bar arrangement. You should draw the diagram of the single line diagram, this one, okay. This is everything will be represented in a line by using the symbols, right? Okay, this is the line diagram. See, incoming means arrow will be downside, outgoing means arrow will be this side, outside from the bus bar. Incoming means inside to the bus bar. Arrows are very, very important. You should draw this circuit diagram, and after then you should write what is single bus bar arrangement or bus schemes, and next advantages and disadvantages. Any doubts in single bus bar arrangement? Okay, next. Second one is single bus bar arrangement with bus sectionalized. So here bus sectionalized means what? Here bus bar is there, right? So for this bus bar, here we are connecting the circuit breaker for the protection purpose. That is nothing but a what? Sectionalized. Okay. Sectionalized means what? Wherever bus bar is there, in that bus bar we are connecting the one circuit breaker and two isolating switches or disconnecting switches for the protection of that bus bars. Then that is called as single bus bar sectionalized. Single bus bar arrangement with sectionalized. See, this is here how many bus bars we are using? Only single bus bar. And for this single bus bar, we are using a circuit breaker and two isolators, right? You can call these two are the isolators or the disconnecting switches. The both the purpose of isolator and disconnecting switch is same. If any fault is occur, it will opens the circuit, okay, right. So this is the diagram of the single bus bar sectionalized arrangement. So here the what are the advantages of the single bus bar scheme? All the advantages are applicable here, okay. And what is the another advantage? Extra advantage means if any fault is occur here means, we can remove this part of the circuit only. Means for this part of the circuit we can give the supply, right. So by isolating this isolator, if you want to maintenance or you want to rectify any fault which is occur on any side means, that isolator will be open and that part will be de-energized and that will be repaired and after again reconnected, okay, again reconnected. So this is the what? Single bus bar sectionalized. Single bus bar with sectionalized. Single bus bar with bus sectionalized. Bus sectionalized means what? Simply we are connecting a circuit breaker, okay. In this type of bus bar arrangement, the circuit breaker and an isolator switches are used. The isolator disconnects the faulty section of the bus bar, hence protects the system from complete shutdown. Okay, hence protect the system from complete shutdown. This type of arrangement uses one addition circuit breaker, which does not much increase in the cost of the system. So what is the difference between this single bus bar scheme and single bus bar with the bus sectionalized? Only additional circuit breaker, and remaining everything will be same. So with this including the circuit breaker, there is no effect in the cost, much effect in the cost. But if any faulties occur here or here, means that part of the circuit can be isolated. Okay, that part of the circuit can be isolated, right? Any doubts? Next, this is main.
No, ma'am.
This is main bus bar arrangement, main and transfer bus arrangement. So as it name says, this arrangement or this scheme is having two bus bars. Okay, this arrangement is having two two bus bars. Okay, so this is main bus and this one is a what? Transfer bus. Sometimes this transfer bus is also called as auxiliary bus. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. This bus bar is also called as auxiliary bus. Okay, this type of scheme is called as what? Main and transfer bus bar arrangement, or main and transfer bus scheme, main and transfer switching scheme. Okay, we can call it in any way, but the classification is type is what? Main and transfer bus. Okay, so as it name says, this bus scheme is having two bus bars. Okay, one is main bus bar and second one is transfer bus bar. So, and where we are connecting incoming lines to the main bus. Okay, we should connect the incoming lines to the main bus and outgoing lines between the main bus and between the transfer bus. Okay, between the main bus and between the transfer bus. Advantage is what? We can give the uninterrupted power supply. Okay, we can give the uninterrupted power supply, but the disadvantage is what? See here, so many circuit breakers, isolators are rare. Okay, so due to this the cost will be increases, and these two bus bars are connected with the help of this bus tie breaker. Okay, with the help of this bus tie breaker, and through this bus tie breaker, see here it is visible bus tie breaker. Okay, so with this bus tie breaker we are getting the power for this transfer bus from the main bus. Okay, we are getting the power for this transfer bus from the main bus through the bus tie breaker. Okay, if any fault is occur here, means we won't get the supply for this transfer bus. Okay, right? So that is the only disadvantage. I'll read the advantages and disadvantages. So main transfer bus arrangement. In this arrangement uses two types of bus bars, namely main bus bar and the auxiliary bus bar, that means transfer bus bar. The bus bar arrangement uses bus coupler. Bus coupler means just now I have shown, right, bus tie breaker. Okay, this is bus coupler or bus tie breaker. Okay, bus coupler which connects the bus arrangement uses the bus coupler which connects the isolating switches and circuit breaker to the bus bar. The bus coupler is also used for transferring the load from one bus to the another in case of overloading. Okay, in case of overloading, the following are the steps of transferring the load from one bus to the another bus. Okay, so here two buses we are using, and with the help of the bus tie breaker we are transferring the power from main bus to the transfer bus or auxiliary bus. And how we are sharing the load from main bus bar to the auxiliary bus bar. Load means a what? See here, how many outgoing lines we have connected? One, two, three, four. So these four are the what? loads only. For this incoming is what? These two power supply. Through the incoming means we are getting the power for those bus bars. Okay. And outgoing is a what loads. So whenever the load on the main bus bar is more increased, overloading, then at that time this main bus is sharing that load with the transfer bus with the help of the bus tie breaker or bus coupler. Okay, the potential of, and in order to share the load, what is the condition means the potential of the both the bus bar kept same by closing the bus coupler. Okay, potential means the what, the rating of the bus bar means what is the rating, capable rating of current or power of these two bus bars should be same. Okay, the capacity or potential of both the bus bar should be same. Okay, that is the first condition in order to share the load. Okay, and second, the bus bar on which the load is transferred is kept close. Okay, is kept close. అంతే కదమ్మా, పవర్ రావాలి అంటే we should close the switches. Everything will be connected with the help of the circuit breaker and isolating switches. If those isolators and circuit breakers are open means the what? The line is disconnected. If in order to continue the power supply, all the switches should be closed. So where we are applying load, that line should be closed. The load is transferred from the main bus to the reserve bus. Okay. Advantages and advantages of main and transfer bus arrangement. Low initial and ultimate cost compared to the double bus. This one, not compared to the single bus bar. Okay. Any breaker can be taken out of service for maintenance, of course. Any circuit, any breaker or any switch can be taken out for service, right? For maintenance purpose. If suppose we are taking, if fault is occurred here means we can remove easily. Okay, in order to clear that fault. This line only we won't get the power supply, but remain it won't affect the other lines. Yes or no? Right? So any breaker can be taken out of service for maintenance. Potential devices may be used on the continuity of the supply. Okay, remains the same even in the fault. Potential devices may be used. Okay, the continuity of the supply remains same even in the fault. Okay, why? Because here two bus bars we are using. If we are getting any fault in the one bus bar means from the other bus bar we will get the power supply. Okay, when the fault occurs on any of the buses, the entire load is shifted to the another bus. Okay, if any fault is occur any one line means this will be connected to here. Here fault is occur, then we will get the power supply from here. The maintenance cost of the arrangement is less. This is compared to the double bus bar, not from the comparing of single bus bar. The potential of the bus is used for the operation of the relay. The load can be easily shifted on any of the buses by using bus coupler or bus tie breaker. Disadvantages: requires one extra breaker for the bus tie. So here we are using one circuit breaker, right? So this is the one extra breaker we are using for bus tie breaker. Switching is somewhat complicated when maintaining a breaker. Okay, so many number of breakers we are having. So switching is complicated. Failure of bus or any circuit breaker results in shutdown of entire substation. This is wrong, ma. Okay, that is happened here or here. Okay, if incoming lines we are getting the breakers, right? So here in the incoming lines, if any failure is happened means we cannot get the sufficient load for this entire substation. In that cases, what we are doing, we are shut down completely. We are not getting the power supply for the entire system. In such type of arrangements, two bus bars are used, which increases the cost of the system. Okay, which increases the cost of the system. Here in the advantage I said low initial and ultimate cost. This one is when compared to the double bus bar scheme. Okay, Another scheme is also there, double bus bar scheme. So whenever we are comparing this main and transfer bus bar scheme with the double bus bar scheme, then we will get that as a this as the advantage. But when we compare to the single bus bar scheme or single bus bar with sectionalized scheme, bus sectionalized, the cost will be increased. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages, and this is the what main and transfer bus scheme or switching scheme. Okay, next one is double bus scheme breaker arrangement. Okay, double bus scheme breaker arrangement. See, this is the diagram of the double bus scheme breaker arrangement. Okay, here also we are using two bus bars, bus 1 and bus 2, and bus 1 and bus 2 are connected through the bus tie breaker. Okay, means from this, if suppose any fault is occur in the bus 1 means we will get the power supply for the outgoing lines from bus 2. If any fault is occur in the bus 2 means we will get the power supply from the bus 1. For these both the buses we will give the incoming lines. See, this is incoming line and this is outgoing line. Incoming line, outgoing line. Okay, incoming line is connected to the two buses, outgoing line is also connected from the two buses. Incoming line is connected to the two buses, outgoing line also connected from the two buses. If any fault is occur here means we will get the supply from this bus. Okay, if fault is occur here means in the second bus means we will get the power supply from the first bus. So by doing this, what we are getting? Uninterrupted power supply. By doing this uninterrupted power supply, we are getting, okay, double bus single breaker arrangement. Double bus single breaker arrangement. Okay, understand? Advantages permits some flexibility. Okay. With this, we can get the flexibility in power supply, yes or no? Reliable power supply, uninterrupted power supply, but the cost will be increases and maintenance is also easy. But so many circuit breakers, isolating switches are there means switching of these switches will be complicated compared to the single bus bar scheme. Single bus bar with bus sectionalized. Okay, permits some flexibility with the two operating buses. Advantages: either main bus may be isolated for maintenance. Circuit can be transferred readily from one bus to the other by use of bus tie breaker and bus selector disconnecting switches. Okay, already I told. Disadvantages: one extra breaker is required for the bus tie. Okay, see here, the square box indicates the what circuit breaker. Okay, if is there any circuit breaker is there means before and after compulsory we should connect the isolators. Four switches are required for circuit. See, four switches, right? One, two, three, four. This, due to this four switches, circuit becomes a complicated. Bus protection scheme may cause loss of substation when it operates if all circuits are connected to the bus. See, if we are getting fault means from this we will get. If here in this bus we are getting fault means from the bus one we will get the power supply. But if all are working means there is a loss will be increase of losses will be more in the substation. Okay. Next, high exposed to the bus faults. ఎందుకు టూ బస్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి there is a chance for the occurrence of faults in the buses is more. Line breaker failure takes all circuits connected to that bus out of service. See, if suppose any fault is occur in this bus tie breaker here or here, these two bus bars are isolated. Yes or no? These are the advantages and disadvantages of double breaker arrangement. Next, double bus, sorry, double bus, this is single breaker. Double bus, two buses with a single breaker. Next one is double bus with double breaker. Double bus, double breaker. So this is the double bus, double breaker arrangement. Yes, two buses we are using, and for two buses we are connecting four lines, and four lines are having what? Four circuit breakers, two circuit breakers. Each line two circuit breakers. That's why the name given as what? Double bus, two buses, double breaker, two breakers in each line. Double bus, double breaker. Two buses, two breakers. This is first one, second one, first one, second one, first one, second one, first one, second one. Two buses. And here this is the outgoing line, incoming line. Incoming line here, outgoing line here. So if suppose any fault is occur here, means for this line we will get the supply by this bus bar, or this here we will get the any fault means from this we will get. If here we will get the fault in the bus 1 means we will get the supply from the bus 2. Okay, so with this arrangement we can give the uninterrupted power supply, but the disadvantage is what? Cost is more. Initial cost is more. Why? Because two bus bars, two breakers, right? And four isolating switches. Okay, advantages. Each circuit has two dedicated breakers, so protection will be more. Has flexibility in permitting feeder circuits to be connected to either bus. ఏదైనా connect చేసుకోవచ్చు, right? Anything we can connect. From this bus bar we can get the power supply. Okay, from this bus bar we can get the power supply, or from this bus bar we can get the power supply. So here this is the outgoing line. For this outgoing line we can get the supply from the bus 1 or bus 1, either any bus. So with this the flexibility, reliability will be more. This type of arrangement provides the maximum reliability and flexibility in the supply, because the fault and maintenance would not disturb their continuity. Yes or no? If any fault is occur in anywhere means from the either other side we are getting the power supply. So any fault and maintenance would not disturb their continuity. Okay, continuity of the supply remains same because the load is transferable from one bus to the another bus on the occurrence of the fault. If any fault is occur means we can easily change the load. We can easily remove the connection from one bus to the another bus. Okay, disadvantages: most expensive, would lose half the circuit for breaker failure. Breaker failure అయితే half circuit will be loose, but we will get the uninterrupted power supply. The ultimate aim of the substation is what? To give the uninterrupted power supply to the consumers. So with this, that aim is possible. In such type of arrangement, two buses and two circuit breakers are used, which increases the cost of the system. Of course, their maintenance cost is very high. Why? Because so many circuit breakers and so many isolators, two bus bars we are using. Because of its higher cost, such type of bus bars is seldom used in substations. Next. Next one is sectionalized bus bar. Okay. Bus bar, double bus bar. Okay. Two bus bars with sectionalized bus section. Sectionalized means the what? In the bus, we are connecting the circuit breaker. And that circuit breaker is protected by using two isolators. Sectionalized means a circuit breaker in the bus. Okay. Next one is what? Double bus bar arrangement with sectionalized. Sectionalized double bus bar arrangement. So in this type of bus arrangement, the sectionalized main bus bar is used. So here two bus bars are there, main bus bar and transfer bus bar. So here we are connecting circuit breaker with two isolators in the main bus bar. Okay. So here these two are the what? Two incoming lines. Okay. And these four are the what? Outgoing feeders, which we are giving for the distribution purpose. Distribution the power. Okay. Feeder means a what? a line which is connected from the substation to the distribution lines. Okay, we cannot take the tappings from these feeders also, and we cannot take the we cannot connect the load for these feeders. In order to connect the load for these feeders means we should connect these feeders to the distributors, and from the distributors we can get the power supply, right? This is the sectionalized double bus bar arrangement. Next, this is important, 1.5 breaker arrangement. So they may be asked in 1 to 10 questions. Draw and write a few lines about 1.5 breaker arrangement or single bus bar arrangement or double bus bar arrangement or double bus bar with sectionalized main and transfer arrangement. Like that they may ask in 1 to 10 questions, or else in essay type completely explain, draw with a neat diagram, bus schemes, different bus schemes of the substation or different switching schemes of the substation. Okay, this is 1.5 breaker arrangement. So here 1.5 breaker arrangement is nothing but a simply, here two bus bars we are using, bus 1 and bus 2. Okay, and these two are, between these two buses we are connecting the incoming lines and outgoing lines. See, these four are the incoming lines and these four are the outgoing lines, and all these lines are connected through a bus circuit breaker with two isolators. See, means in one line how many breakers we are having? Three breakers with six isolators. So this breaker, one breaker, two isolators are completely for one line. One circuit breaker, two isolators, specially for these line. And this line, this circuit breaker and these two isolators. But the middle one circuit breaker and two isolators will share both the lines, incoming line and as well as the outgoing line. So that's why the name given for this bus scheme or switching scheme is called as 1.5 breaker arrangement. Okay, 1.5 breaker arrangement. This is called as tie breaker or bus coupler. Bus tie breaker also we can call. Okay, it is connected between these two. Okay, by using this breaker and half scheme also we can get the uninterrupted power supply. Okay, and these are the advantages of 1.5 breaker arrangement. First one is most flexible operation. Okay, most flexible operation, high reliability. Why high reliability? Because uninterrupted power supply we are getting. Breakers failure of bus side breakers removes only one circuit from service. Yes or no? If any breaker is, any fault is occur in the any breaker means that breaker only we can disconnect for maintenance purpose, and we cannot uninterrupt the power supply for the remaining lines. Yes or no? So with this is flexible, more flexible and more reliable to give uninterrupted power supply to the consumers or loads. Okay. Breaker failure of bus side breakers removes only one circuit from service. All switching is done with breakers. Okay, simple operation, no disconnecting switching required for normal operation. Either main bus can be taken out of service at any time for maintenance. Bus failure does not remove any feeder circuit from the service. It protects the arrangement against the loss of supply. The potential of the bus bar is used for operating the relay. Okay. Disadvantage is what? 1.5 breakers per circuit. Relaying, relaying and automatic reclosing are somewhat involved, since the middle breaker must be responsive to either of its associated circuits. The circuit breaker becomes complicated because of the relaying system. the maintenance cost is very high. The disadvantage is only is what by saying we can say complicated, and as the so many switching equipments we are using, so due to this the cost will be more. The two are the only disadvantages, and remaining all are the what advantages of one and a half breaker arrangement. And the last one is ring main arrangement. Ring main arrangement, as it name says, the bus scheme will be arranged in a ring form. Okay, closed path. If any fault is occur from one side means another side we will get the power supply. Okay, here no two bus, three bus like that. Ring type we are getting only one bus bar, and in the bus bar we are giving the incoming lines, and from the bus bar only we can get the outgoing lines. Load or power from the lines. That means each line will feed the power supply from both the sides. Ring type కాబట్టి ఎటు నుంచి అయినా supply రావచ్చు. Okay, this is also unreliable. If any fault is occurred here means from this side we will get. If this side we are getting fault means from this side we will get. But the disadvantage is what? Here, if suppose the line we are connected here, so from here we are getting. If suppose here the fault is occur means in order to get power from this side it will take some time or some losses will be there. Okay, that is the only disadvantage, and remaining all are the advantages. Low initial and ultimate cost compared to the double bus bar with single bus scheme and double bus scheme, main and transfer bus bar scheme. Flexible operation for breaker maintenance. Okay, any breaker can be removed for maintenance without interrupting the load. Yes, because from both the sides we are getting the power. Requires only one breaker per circuit. ఓకే, రింగ్ టైప్ కాబట్టి మనకి టూ టూ అన్నట్టుగా అనిపిస్తున్నాయి కానీ ఒక్కొక్క లైన్కి ఓన్లీ వన్ బ్రేకర్. సి, బై కంపేరింగ్ దిస్ రింగ్ బస్ బార్ scheme and this scheme, the number of breakers required will be less in ring main arrangement, not here. So by doing comparisons here, the bus bar in this ring bus bar scheme, the circuit breakers or the isolators which are available is very less. So this cost will be less. Requires only one breaker per circuit and does not use main bus bar. So here the entire one is one bus bar only. There is no differentiation that one is main bus and another one is auxiliary bus like that. Okay, does not use main bus. Each circuit is fed by two breakers. మనం యూజ్ చేసేది సింగిల్, బట్ from this ring type arrangement, each line is having two breakers. Okay, each line is having two breakers. The fault is localized for the particular section, hence the complete circuit is not affected by the fault. In this arrangement the circuit breaker can be maintained without interrupting the supply. So these are the advantages, and disadvantages are more. If a fault occurs during the breaker maintenance period, the ring can be separated into two sections. Okay, ring can be separated into two sections. అంతే కదండి, ఇది రింగ్ టైప్లో ఎనీ బ్రేకర్ ఫాల్ట్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, this will be disconnected, then this ring will be divided into two sections. Flexible advantages: automatic reclosing and protective relaying circuitry rather complex. If a single set of relay is used, the circuit must be taken out of service to maintain the relays. Okay, disadvantage only enti, if any fault is occur means from another side we will get the power supply, but here the losses are more. That is the only disadvantage. Remaining అన్ని ఒక దాని పాయింట్ ఒకటి కంటిన్యూ చేయడం. Okay, with this bus schemes is finished. Any doubts?